Now, the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, left Nigeria for Saudi Arabia for African Saudi Summit. Remember, I talked about this, that it is high time for African leaders to stop traveling all the way from African continent to meet their European, Asian, and American counterparts to discuss over the economic and developmental issues of Africa. If there is going to be any economic summit or any infrastructural or development summit that concerns the continent of Africa, then that should be held in Africa. We don't see any reason why 49 or 41 presidents or leaders of African nations will travel all the way to France, to travel all the way to Germany, to travel all the way to the United States, to travel all the way to Saudi Arabia, to China, to Japan, to Russia, just to meet one president talking about how to develop Africa. Let's take a look at this. We have the mineral resources. We have those things that will develop Africa and African continent. But then it's so unfortunate that we have leaders that are dumb-sighted and they don't think, and all they think is just about their pocket. But look at the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who, we saw a news flying that he had a robust meeting with the Saudi crown prince that they are going to invest in Nigeria, as well as help the CBN with her exchange rate. This draw my attention. Why? Because I don't see any reason why another foreign country is coming to help you in your exchange rate. How? Then it talks about climate change. What climate change are we talking about here? Anytime the president leaves the country, he always talk about wooing investors and as well as climate change. What climate change? Nigeria is not an industrial nation. Nigeria is not producing any carbon that is even harming anybody or destroying the whatever. Anyway, we'll come to talk about sun and all of that. But that is by the way. But the president keeps saying what never existed. The aides always rush out to say this has been signed by the administration, by the government, by the federal government, by the president, and then you go ahead to find out that they are all propaganda. And this is another propaganda from the APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led government. And the propaganda is that the Saudi Arabia had no meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, in person, trying to fund Nigeria or in any way trying to invest in our refinery. However, the issue there was that there was a conversation between the Saudi government and that of African leaders on how to invest in Africa. And there was no any money that is being allocated to a specific country in Africa. But then there is not even any fine-tuning of any agreement that have been made so far in that meeting. So them rushing to find legitimacy for what they have done on the 25th of February 2023, as Nigerians are saying on all social media, that's all the president is doing, and his aide is trying to find a legitimacy that can never be found because he stole the mandate of the people. Here is a pictures of what happened in Saudi Arabia. So funny that the president is standing alone once again after the Paris African Economic Summit. Anyway, before you jump up to defend anybody or your political party, remember, we don't fly with propaganda. Propagandalism cannot bring development to your state, and it cannot give you a good economy. So it is better to come out clean. If you need help, you call out for help. There are brilliant Nigerians that can help this government drive this economy. But then, even though you have stolen the mandate of the people, and there is nothing anyone can do except you resign, of which that will never happen. Why not just, come together, work with people that will help you drive the economy of this country into, a level that Nigerians will rise up to say, yes, you did the wrong thing by taking the power by force, but we can see the benefits or the dividends of democracy. But then, what can I say? I can only give my own thoughts. What do you think? Let's have your opinion at the comment section. Thank you for watching. And